Hi there, my name is Greg Snell with UAV Coach. In this video, we're going to cover how to unlock the DJI Geofencing using the GEO system. Let's get started. Here's what we're going to learn in this video. An introduction to the DJI Geofence system and the unlocking process. Why do I need to unlock a DJI Geofence? And lastly, how do I unlock a DJI Geofence? So first things first, let's explain what exactly is a DJI Geofence. The DJI Geofencing system is an incredible online map that we're going to cover in this video. And what it does is help outline where it's safe to fly your drone, where flying your drone may cause concerns, and where flight is totally restricted. This system utilizes GPS satellite signals to automatically help prevent drones from flying near sensitive locations, places like airports, prisons, nuclear power plants, or high-profile events. Think about it this way. You get to a new location, it looks great for flying, you set up your drone, you're about to take off, and nothing happens. You found yourself in a location that has restricted access, and you need to unlock that area within the DJI system before you can take off. Now, this process is very straightforward, but it's something that we often forget to do, especially with our pre-flight checklist and our mission planning. So we're going to go over how you can unlock these restricted areas in this video. But keep in mind that not all geo zones prohibit flight. Some just trigger a warning within the app that prompts our agreement and acceptance of the risks before allowing us to take off. So now that we know what a geofence is, why do geofences exist? The geofencing system is part of DJI's commitment to helping maintain a safe airspace for all users and the general public. It's designed in a way to help you choose the right flight location based on different policies all over the world. The various tiered zones that restrict your drone's ability to fly are designed in a way to keep unknowing drone pilots from accidentally wandering or maneuvering into restricted airspace. Now, this is actually mitigating any safety or security risks which otherwise might cause mayhem or alarm, and this is especially the case around places like airports, prisons, or any other restricted areas. So with all that said, why would I actually want to unlock a geofence? Imagine again you're at a new location, you've set up your drone, you're about to take off, and nothing happens. You found yourself within a restricted area without knowing it, and as silly as it sounds, it can happen to all of us and could potentially ruin your entire shoot. Checking the DJI FlySafe Geo map is a really good process to get used to as part of your pre-flight planning and your aerospace research. Now let's jump inside and we'll go over the DJI FlySafe map in more detail, outlining the different restricted areas and how you can unlock a geofence.
All right, let's talk more about the DJI FlySafe GeoZone map. You can find a quick link to this website in the description below. This map is an incredible interactive tool where you can see whether the area in which you plan to fly is located in a geofence zone. This could require unlocking. This map is amazing. If you haven't seen it before, you are definitely in for a treat. So first things first, we need to select our location and the model of our drone in the select area section at the top. Here's a fun fact for you. Our team at UAV Coach reached out to DJI and asked why you need to select a specific drone model as part of the FlySafe GeoZone map. And the answer was that different drone models are running different firmware versions, and the geozones could change depending on the firmware in your drone and controller. So this is a good example of why it's important to always update the firmware in both your controller and your drone, and update the geofencing database when prompted through the app. Now that we've selected our location and our drone model, let's run through each one of these individual geozones and the colors that are associated with them. First up is the red zone. The red zone indicates restricted areas which require a custom unlock. We'll walk you through how to request a custom unlock later in this video. Gray zones indicate areas with altitude restrictions and are usually found near airport runways. Due to safety concerns, these restrictions cannot be turned off. Blue zones indicate areas where flying is risky, but it's up to the discretion of the pilot. It is possible to fly in these zones, but only after completing a self-unlock. We'll walk you through the process of how to perform a self-unlock in the next section. Yellow zones indicate areas where flying is potentially dangerous but does not require any unlocking. When taking off in these areas, a warning will be shown to pilots within the app, along with a request for the pilot to take responsibility for flying in the area by checking a box. There are two different ways to perform both a self-unlock and a custom unlock within the DJI Geofencing system, and we're going to go through both of those right now. So let's begin with self-unlocking. And again, this is necessary if you plan on flying in a blue zone, and that indicates that it's risky to fly, but it's still up to the discretion of the pilot. So the two different ways that you can unlock this zone is either before you fly or when you're at location. So let's begin with how to perform a self-unlock before you fly. Go to DJI's self-unlock webpage, again linked in the description below, and log into your DJI account. You likely created a DJI account when you first set up your drone. You can use that info to log into the self-unlock webpage. If you can't remember your account information, it is possible to just register a new one. Select the specific model you're looking to unlock from the drop-down menu. Using the search bar within the GEO map, enter the flight location address. Select the blue pin that covers the zone you want to unlock. Enter your flight controller serial number. This can be found within the DJI app when connected to the drone. In the top right corner, click on the 3 dots for general settings and scroll to the bottom. Click on About, and your serial number will appear here. I'm not exactly sure if this is how you find your controller serial number through the DJI Pilot app or the DJI Fly app, but it definitely is through the DJI Go 4 app. Next, you want to choose the date for your flight and click Submit. Note that the unlock will start at midnight on the day you choose and will stay in place for the next 72 hours. This unlock scheduling is actually a really important thing to consider because you could utilize the 72-hour window to assist with any kind of team scheduling for a professional shoot or for your own pre-flight planning. Next, you want to agree to the terms and conditions by simply clicking Agree. In order to verify your identity, you'll need to use either a phone number or credit card number that's associated with your DJI account. If you use your phone number, you'll have to enter a code to authorize part of the unlocking process, and you'll receive that code via text, so it's really important that you have your phone nearby. If the verification is successful, a pop-up will indicate verification complete, and you can then click Proceed. After securing your self-unlock with the steps listed above, you'll need to do the following. Go to your camera view within the app while connected to the drone. Select General Settings and select Unlocking License in the app to confirm your flight license has been downloaded. It's important to do this before going into the field since you'll need an internet connection to take these steps, and if you have a poor connection and you can't do them, you may not be able to fly. Next up is how to perform a self-unlock while on location. First, you want to open the DJI app, whichever one you have associated with your drone model. When the flight restriction warning appears, click Yes. If the warning does not appear, you may need to perform a combination stick command or CSC maneuver, which is essentially just trying to take off. Once you do this, it will trigger the self-unlock prompt to appear. Next, check all 3 boxes accepting full responsibility for your flight, and then click Confirm. At this point, you've unlocked the self-unlocking zone on location, and you're ready to fly. A good thing to remember is that if you plan on doing the self-unlock on location, you'll need to have access to the internet. So you want to make sure that the phone you're using to fly your drone or the device has access to data or Wi-Fi to make sure that you can download the information necessary via the app over the internet to be able to self-unlock that blue restriction zone on location. If you got any questions about self-unlocking before you fly or when on location, let us know in the comments below. Next up is the custom unlock for the red restricted areas. A custom unlock is a bit more challenging of a process and only that it requires proof of authorization in order to fly within a restricted area. Now, before you begin the process that we're going to outline here, it's really important that you secure this proof of authorization. Now, of course, this proof varies from country to country, but for example, in the US, you can obtain proof of authorization through LANC, COA, or the FAA drone zone. Now, once you have this proof of authorization, this is how you perform the custom unlock. First step is to go to DJI's custom unlock webpage and log into your DJI account. Click Unlocking Requests. Fill out the basic information form. This form requires information such as your name, verified DJI account, flight controller serial number, operation details, authorization document, and more. After entering all the information in the basic information form, click Next Step. Now, the unlocking area page will open. Select the model of drone for this operation from the drop-down menu. Using the search bar within the GEO map, select the red pin that covers the zone you want to unlock. Remember, red equals custom unlocking zone. On the right-hand side of the GEO map, enter the proposed flight radius, flight altitude, and the name of the unlocking zone. Review the information. If everything looks correct, click Confirm and then enter the verification code when prompted and click Confirm. Agree to the terms and conditions, and now you wait. DJI will review your custom unlocking request and usually reply within 1 hour of your submission. If your request is granted, then you will receive confirmation via email. If you're experiencing any delays, you can reach out to DJI directly at flysafe@dji.com.
Getting caught in the DJI geofencing can be a bit of an awkward situation and even has the possibility to completely ruin your shoot. We find that the best way to avoid any surprise geofencing areas is to always make sure that the Geofence database is updated when prompted through the app. Now, DJI likes to sometimes change the limits of their geofences, so this is why updating that information is so important. Your drone will know of any new restrictions and you will know of where you can and cannot fly or where you need to unlock certain areas. Now, of course, it's also a really good idea to always research the location where you plan to fly and follow any necessary procedures to ensure the safety of that airspace for everybody operating within it. Now, if you have any questions about unlocking the DJI Geofences using the GEO system, please let us know in the comments below and we can begin that conversation there. From everybody here at the UAV Coach team, we're wishing you blue skies and safe flying.